Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I've drawn my Pokemon Spa Day piece. This has been months and months in the making. Like earlier in the year I had the idea to create this piece for my children's bathroom, and I have the whole bathroom decorated in Pokemon art, and they have a Pokemon shower curtain. And the pieces that I have hanging up in the bathroom currently are really old. Like they're from 2016, 2017. And I was looking at them and some of them have started to kind of crack. One of them especially. And the other ones, like the paintings, are kind of starting to wash out a little bit. I think just from the moisture of the showers, just kind of worn down the paint, I guess. I don't know how acrylic works over time really. But it got me thinking, like when I did the digital art for my husband's boss and I had it printed on the canvas, I was like, well, this should last a while, you know? So I decided to do the upgraded drawing digitally and have it printed. And so I came up with the concept of a bunch of Pokemon hanging out like at the spa, and I picked a bunch of my favorites and some that I thought the girls would like, and I tried to make it really fun and playful. It was giving like you know, in the first like Pokemon movie, there was like a little short at the beginning where they're on vacation. Like that was kind of what I was thinking of the whole time I was drawing it. I just wanted it to look like they were just all doing their own thing, you know. The first Pokemon I ended up sketching was like the Psyducks, and then I tried to create like the scene, and I wanted it to be kind of rounded edges, and I wanted to create a water frame around the piece, and so that way I could scale it down into the margins of the canvas space, you know, because if it's too big it'll like fold around and it'll cut off parts of the piece. So I didn't want to do a big background, you know. The background's all going to be white. And some of my favorite things I put in the Meowstic dad getting on to his kids, the little espers. I had him like, he's reached his limit. He's floating up in the air, his arms are up, and he's casting like a psychic spell on them, so they're all floating. And I tried to give them each their own personality, you know, like the shiny one is freaking out and crying, and one of the other ones is freaking out, and then there's one that's happy and he's holding its siblings like hands. And I put little like Easter eggs in there, you know, Pokemon themed things. So like the shiny Esper has Magikarp floaties, and I did like an Alolan Executor in the back, the tall necked thing with, I put little purple shades on the middle one. He's vibing back there. I love all of the gator Pokemon, so I put a couple of those in there as well. The Crocodile, I wanted it to be female, and I gave her like a little pink towel and a towel wrapped around her head, and so she's just come out of the water and she's walking. So, you know, I put little details in there like the puddle footprints, you know, trailing behind her, and a little puddle kind of forming underneath her and dripping down that first step. There's like a tiny little Togepi chilling on the fence. The Pokemon that I struggled the most with was the Feraligator's head. When I first drew the initial sketch, it was so wonky. It was so ugly. And back then I was in a Discord channel for Crossing Minute, and I was sharing the picture in the art channel, and I was like, I am struggling so hard with this. Maybe you guys can see something that I'm not seeing. And one of the members said, I think the head needs to be wider. And I was like, I think you're onto something. So I made another sketch over the original one, and I I did post my progress of that one like in the channel at the time, but there was like a progress sketch, and I was getting closer, and I was like, I'm still missing something. What am I missing? And I realized it needed to just be a wider triangular shape. And then the third round, I really nailed it, and I really took my time. So at the time, I was drawing Feraligator's face to try to look super on point. I was also drawing the Pikachu, which my reference for that was actually the Pikachu from the Hey You Pikachu. No, excuse me, not that one. Let's Go Pikachu on the Switch. That was my reference for that one, and I was taking my time with those, going slowly. I really wanted to nail the characters as best I could. So honestly, I think those two ended up looking visually like the best because I took my time with those two. The other ones I just kind of like roughed and kind of sketched out loosely, and I think they ended up good, but I didn't take near as much time on any of the other Pokemon. So yeah, and I thought like another fun touch with that new Pokemon game that just released, the what is it called? Scarlet and Violet. There's a Pokemon called Flamiga, and it's like a flamingo, but it's a fighting type. So I made like a cute little inflatable to go around Pikachu to insert another little Pokemon Easter egg there. The beach ball is a Pokeball, and I just had a lot of fun putting them all in the scene, having them all do their own things, and the coloring process didn't take near as long as the drawing process. Like, of course, there was the sketch, there was the middle sketch, there was the final sketch where, each time I sketched it, I was getting more and more rendered, you know what I mean, like cleaner art. And then there was the line art process that took like 2 or 3 days. The whole thing took months though, because I wasn't doing this all consecutively back to back. I was like taking like months long breaks because I would get really overwhelmed with the drawing process. And every time I would pick it back up, it was just, God, it was taking forever. Like, it was so overwhelming, but I was so proud to finally get it done. And let me tell you guys, so when I posted the line art, I posted it in a couple of different Discords, in Switch Up's Pokemon channel Discord, and Knuckle Sandwich's Discord, and Moxie's Discord on Twitter, and I posted them all back to back. And then I got a notification. Someone had commented on the artwork, and it was in Switch Up's Discord, and I went to read it. It was this guy named Jagger, and he was like, oh yeah, now get a piece of paper and a pencil and draw it for real this time. And I was so upset. And let me tell you, like, I do get mad very easily. I get like sad fast, mad fast, happy fast. It's just 0 to 100, and I have like zero control over my emotions. And so when he said that, I got so defensive and ticked, because I did spend hours working on this, and when I shared it, I'm not looking for praise, okay? When I'm sharing my artwork online, I'm not looking for people to be like, oh my god, you're like the best artist on the planet, and it's not like that. I'm sharing my art because, one, I'm proud of the work I put into it, and two, I want to make people happy. I want to bring out an emotion in someone. Like, even if I draw a happy piece or a melancholy piece or whatever, I'm hoping that whatever I draw and share with you guys, that y'all are feeling some type of emotion when you see it, be it happy or sad or, whatever, and that y'all are getting something out of it, even if it's like not even the art, maybe if it's like my YouTube channel in particular, like maybe it's something I talked about. Like, my YouTube channel is kind of separate, like it's kind of my digital locker, it's kind of like my journaling, my art journey, it's my it's my calm space, you know, and it's my space where I can like express myself, my thoughts in the moment or whatever. So it is a little more in depth on my YouTube channel, but as far as just posting generic, like the JPEGs of my art somewhere online, like I'm just hoping that someone will find some kind of joy in my artwork. I'm not looking for a lot of praise, and that's what I'm really trying to get at. But I'm also not looking to be criticized either. And I know some of y'all are going to be like, well, then don't post your art online, Megan. If you're not wanting someone to criticize you, don't do that. You know, you're just asking for it at that point. And I'm like, my rebuttal to that is why can't you just not say anything at all, though? You know? Like, pull a Bambi. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say anything at all, right? You can keep scrolling and move on. You can leave me alone, you know? I've been blessed to not have to deal with any negative comments on my YouTube channel. And this was quite honestly the first time anyone's ever been rude to me about my digital art and said something like that. And my first reaction was to start posting my traditional art. So I did. I just started posting my traditional art in the channel, my paintings, my drawings, and I was like, I can draw too, like traditionally, and I can paint too. Just because this is digital doesn't mean it's not art, and it doesn't mean that I didn't spend hours working on it. And what does this guy say back? He says, prove it. And that's just when I started crying. I was like boo-hooing like a baby. And I got embarrassed. So I just started deleting it out of everything. I just started deleting it. And I got to thinking about it. And then I posted like a voice, you know, and I was like telling him that he was being rude and mean for no reason. Like, why would you act that way? Of course, he didn't respond, but And then I just blocked him, you know, I blocked him. And then I was like, after a good 10 minutes of whining and crying to myself for having my feelings hurt, I posted it again. And this time I said, I'm not going to let this guy bully me. And I worked hard on it, and I wanted to share it with other Pokemon fans in hopes that they would find some kind of joy or humor in the drawing as well. And sure enough, you know, other people started commenting, and they did find it funny, and they did like the piece. And with that guy blocked, I didn't have to worry about seeing any more ugly comments. And I had support in other channels when I talked about it, like in Knuckles' channel, and you know, they agree because a lot of them do digital art as well, and we do put in a lot of hard work into it. Just because you're drawing with a stylus instead of a pencil on a tablet instead of paper doesn't mean you're not drawing it by hand. It's still being drawn by hand, you know, and shoot, my tablet doesn't even have a screen on it, you know. Y'all have seen my tablet. It's just a matte black, and I'm having to look at the computer screen and kind of draw blindly on the tablet. You know, it took a lot of practice to be able to get to the point that I am today with my artwork digitally, you know. So yeah, now the coloring process didn't take near as long as the sketching process. I probably spent about maybe 5 or 6 hours total over a 2-day span to color it. I did cell shading. I think I did like 3 different layers. I did a base color for everything, and then I did a shadow color, a highlight color, and then for certain parts of it I went in with a 4th shadow just around like the line art and the little creases where it would have potentially have been darker. I didn't do it heavily, just subtly, you know. But yeah, I'm very excited to have this thing printed. It might be a couple more weeks bills have to come first and stuff before I can order this thing to have it printed for my girls' bathroom. But I showed my girls and they're really excited. They thought it looked really good, and I can't wait to hang it up. I think it'll really make the bathroom feel fun, and then I can get rid of those old crusty paintings that are hanging up currently. So yeah, I mean, that was the whole process from start to finish. The good, the bad, the ugly, the revenge, the coming back stronger emotionally, I know that I shouldn't listen to trolls online. I shouldn't let it get to me. I should ignore them because they're looking for a reaction. They're looking to be mean to someone just to get a reaction out of them, and I don't know why people do that. It just bothers me so much. It does. It's like, why can't we all just get along, Like, who hurt you? I'm sorry you were hurt and now you're acting this way, but you don't gotta take it out on me. I don't even know you, So yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Okay. In any case, my next piece, what am I gonna do next? I have a Christmas present I'm gonna be doing for my friend Kayla, which I am gonna record, and I'm wondering, should I post it before we have our Christmas thing or after? Because if I wait, it might be a couple extra weeks before my next video comes out. So I'm gonna think about that. And I know she watches my YouTube channel. I only found out yesterday that she watches my YouTube channel. So I was like, oh, well, it's a good thing I haven't committed to whether or not I'm going to record your present yet. And she was like, yeah, record it, post it. I can't let me see. I want to see it. I bet you do. We all want to see our Christmas presents early, don't we? So yeah, the way every year we do like a friendmas where me and my friends get together and exchange gifts, and this year Kayla was added to the group, so we decided to pick names, and the person's name that got picked will get a big handcrafted present. So we're all working hard to make each other a present. And so I got Kayla's name. And then for the other friends, we're doing like goodie bags. I decided to add Kayla to my goodie bag because I felt bad, So I got 3 goodie bags for each of the friends. But I'm sure I'm sure other people probably do the same thing. Because we love each other. We can't feel like we're leaving someone out, even if it's something small. But ultimately, I think we'll all end up with about 2 gifts each. I'm really excited. I love Friendmas so much. I love my friends. Today we had our Thanksgiving meal. I do not, like I said in my last video, enjoy visiting family on the holidays, but I love spending time with my friends around the holidays. Whenever you have good friends, they just get you, y'all can relate to one another. Y'all have very similar interests. Y'all can hang out and talk endlessly, and it's just fun, it's so nice. And so after we had our breakfast, we had breakfast for Thanksgiving. We all cooked in Kayla's kitchen, and I made pancakes, and Sierra made homemade gravy and sausage and biscuits, and then Kayla made brownies, and Hannah brought over some fruit and chips, and we all just kind of hung out, ate, and then we played D&D, and it was so fun. We had such a good time, and I got to hold Kayla's baby, and he's adorable. So anyway, all right. I'm gonna quit rambling on. I'm sorry. I got excited, talking about hanging out with my friends. Y'all have a wonderful day. Tomorrow's Monday. Y'all have a great day at work. If you go to work on Monday, I hope y'all have a wonderful week in general. And I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.